Lady of the faucets, let's get it.
It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, just back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R, back to riches, just back to riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the chart. In the loots, buying all these plots. Thomas G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigeons, farm me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. Now I'm up to the core. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, just back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, just back to riches.
Yeah, dog. Welcome to R2R Rec to Riches. It's officially episode number 83. Happy Thirsty Thursday to everybody out there in the crypto space. Welcome. Don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment. And always remember, if you're on YouTube, you got to subscribe, post notifications. If you're on X, you need to repost, get all your hashtags going, show the love and support. Let's get into it. The crypto bull run. Is it over? Have we come to an end? Are you buying? What's going on out there? Let's take a look into the chat really quick. Goo God in the house. What's going on? Goo God saying he's buying everything. RGTI is the stock to watch. We'll take a look into that as well. I like looking at stocks. I love looking at stocks. I'm always a buyer. Bull market, bear market. I'm always buying something. So let's get into today's topic, right? Because I know a lot of people are just like really scared. I've talked to a lot of people. They reach out and direct message me, and I'm like, bro, you're like in the chat, like get everyone's opinion. But I think some people just feel like they want to reach out, that I've known for a while, and like just they're questioning themselves at this point, like what's going on? You think it's going up? And I'm like, hey, bro, I don't got my crystal ball, but this is my third cycle in crypto. And, I always say this is not my first rodeo, but things are different. Things are definitely different. One thing I can say as we look at Bitcoin, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin, $98,239 Bitcoin, right? There's big buyers right now at these price points. Michael Saylor being one of them. It hits 100K, he's buying it. It hits 110K, he's buying it. It hits 90K, he's buying it. I don't think he cares where he pushes the button to buy Bitcoin. Michael's strategy and Michael Saylor's is one of the big players that wasn't around in previous cycles. So for me to say, I do have other cycle experiences, from the previous years, but things have changed. And I look back and I go, I have deja vu. Not that it's the same situation or scenario. I have deja vu. Let me take you back to an article of the year 2017, where Bitcoin went on its run from $900 to $20,000, right? It went on a big run that year. And I remember knowing about Richard Hart at the time and hearing this guy calling the top. And I was like, what, who is he and why is he saying this? And at the time, it was known as a Bitcoin maxi. So I didn't sell all my Bitcoin like I should have. I round tripped most of it, but I sold a lot, 15, 20,000, because this guy that people were it was going around in all the chats and Discord, this guy saying to sell and short and all these other things. And then he became famous for the 20K top Christmas, right? And it was right about this time. And I remember thinking Bitcoin was going to 100,000, but we're not in the same scenario. We didn't have a Michael Saylor back then. We didn't have institutional investors. We didn't even have people really talking about Bitcoin. But I'm saying I have that like deja vu moment of where I was riding this massive euphoria with Bitcoin. And at the time, the only altcoins I had were like Doge, Ethereum. I had XRP. The certain tokens. It wasn't like so much like the shit coins of today. Like the DeFi wasn't really something back then that I was into, or I don't even think was really around quite yet in my world. I jumped into that, during the bear market after the fact, and did it on the Tron network, right? And now we go and the price is dropping, the 20K Christmas. This is the only thing that I have that's like kind of like a memory. Like, you got those things that remind you of certain times in your life. This right here. And it is different times. And there's a lot of things that are factoring in. I want to take a look at overall what really brings these pullbacks that I've learned that I didn't understand ahead of time. People look at volume and trading like it's a good thing. Now you can trade and make money. Great, right? But volume, all it is just a big number of people that are making money and losing money. But it goes beyond trading when you take on leverage and you're leverage trading, right? A leverage trader could make money on the way up long in a position. They can make money on the way down shorting position, but they can get liquidated up or down. So what I learned over the years is that the exchanges are making money on trading fees and these massive liquidations, right? And I started realizing that centralized exchanges manipulate these markets, okay? And they do this, they really bring the volatility. Like the scumbags of the space, to me, in my opinion, are the centralized exchanges versus like, a Uniswap or a Pulse Swap or a Pancake Swap where you can do it in a decentralized fashion. And the people that are providing liquidity are the ones that are earning fees, like the people peer-to-peer transactions. It's provided by other individuals out there. But looking at when Bitcoin went over 100,000, then it went to 103, 107. There was mass amounts of longs put into position and shorts. And the exchanges it's been known, like these wicks to go up and down to liquidate people. And when that happens, it's really a bad thing. So a mix of this, I want to take a look at it because it's always important, right? When you hit certain price points, the exchanges are going to start doing their tomfoolery, liquidating positions. So exchange liquidations, or if you look at it right now, in the past hour, on all, but let's just take a look at Binance alone. This is all collectively between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $211.92 million in liquidations across these centralized exchanges. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's $199.18 million liquidated on long positions, 12.74 million on short positions. So people were going long, right? On Binance, you can see, especially like the number one. I hate these exchanges, to be honest with you, because every time let's say we bounce back, we go to 110, $115,000 Bitcoin. This nonsense is going to go on during that entire time. It plays a small factor, though. And not it's a big factor, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game that I learned that I didn't know back then. And now, if I want to trade, I know, all right, we hit a new peak, a new all-time high. Longs are going to start going like crazy, and they're going to get liquidated, and the market's going to crash. And then we're all of a sudden going to be in this fear position, and then it just takes off. So I see that constantly. I watch these numbers all the time here. I don't know if some of you guys do, but I do. Because then you know that once the liquidations are heavy, a lot of money's been going up from the stock market as well. But there's always money to be made, right? Bear markets, I make more money than I do even in the bull because I just position myself and that's where the money comes from. But two reasons why Bitcoin and other cryptos just crashed. And it has to do with the Fed's decision. So crypto crashed because the Fed's decision. And why is that, guys? Well, the most important reason why crypto crashed happened is the Federal Reserve decision. So the Fed signaled that they would only implement, right? So they decided to cut interest rates by a 0.25%, 0.25%. Everyone was expecting that. The cut brought the cumulative cuts this year to 1%. However, on the flip side, the Fed signaled that it would only implement 2 additional cuts in 2025, citing its focus on controlling inflation. So officials expect inflation to remain persistently high, reaching the target of 2% only in 2026, 2027. Right. So it talks about here the hawkish tone from the Fed led to the decline in cryptocurrencies and other risk assets. U.S. equity markets plunged. The Dow Jones and the NASDAQ 100 falling about 2%. U.S. Treasury yields surged to a multi-month high, with the 10-year yield rising to 4.557%. And it goes on about this, but these things, now when I remember we used to say Ben Bernanke, it's no longer Ben Bernanke, it's Powell, right? Did I say it right, Chairman Powell? It used to be Ben Bernanke would go on TV and talk about these interest rates. I remember good old Ben Bernanke when I was selling loans out there. And we would talk about the feds, and you got to refinance the feds. They're gonna raise rates. You got to refi right now. And people were in all these balloon loans. I was calling them, getting their social securities and refinancing them. And at the time, they were going into worse loans. I didn't realize because I was like a junior loan officer. That was back in 2008, like prior to 2008 crash. So this right now. It's interesting. It's interesting. I go to Yahoo Finance and take a look at what's going down. Gold is down quite a bit. Well, like $45. So that's a commodity. The stock market is up a little bit today. U.S. curves steepest since 2022 after the Fed shift. Everything's correlated now. The entire crypto industry. Now, when the Fed speak, we as investors in Bitcoin got to be like, what are they going to say now? What are they going to say now? And is this a big shakeout? People, let's say Brent VR saying the shakeout is real. Just holding and not caring. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is I look at that like, how can I keep back and relax and not care? I got to go out there and look at information. And I got to realize, and I'll update this too, coming down here to, if you guys want to check out the site, coinglass.com, where you can look at liquidation data. I got to see the positions that are out there that are getting wrecked right now, right? The 1 hour wrecked total liquidations. And the more money that comes in and get liquidated on these longs, price goes down. And then you just see it start to shoot back up. People are making money shorting, right? And then they set their long positions again when they feel like they hit a bottom. And the exchanges hold the volume, which like I said, I hate volume. Trading's stupid. I think trading's like buy and hold, right? You can make money even trading on decentralized exchanges. But Bitcoin, everything's got a parity to Bitcoin. We're paired across the board. We talk about Hart's Law on this channel a lot, all that good stuff. Well, that applies to the overall market now that we're directly correlated with not only the stock market, but all of our assets are linked up to Bitcoin. So although we're leveraged on Ethereum, Ethereum's ultimately a leverage on Bitcoin. Everything is a leverage on a leverage. That's all it is. Ethereum You're not going to see a world where Ethereum is $5,000 while Bitcoin's crashing, right? Jerome in the house. Hey, you know what, man? I'm going to play Jerome. You know why we got to? Jerome is usually I bring him out for excitement, but when the prices are going up. But the way I see it, right? Because I don't truly believe the cycle is over. Is I love these prices. I love the prices. Let's get Jerome in the house.
I think Jerome's in the house. Watch your mouth. Without a doubt. Jumping on the
Oh man, it's telling me we're having trouble streaming to Twitter. This may be an issue with X. Keep trying. All right. I guess we're no longer streaming on X. But hey man, if you're excited for the prices right now because of the dips and you got the dry powder because you're sitting in the real dye, not the P dye, right? You probably can scoop up. But like I said, it's interesting when these cycles start and end, and think about it. Is it a guarantee that every cycle Bitcoin is going to 2 or 3x? It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, but I still don't think we've seen the last of the Bitcoin run. I think the exchanges are that hold the volume, they control the price. That there's a lot of big players, but as long as Michael Saylor's still buying, I feel a little comfortable that he's buying like he's been buying, right? I think the Bitcoin top is in, but altcoin season about to start. All right. Yo, finally caught your live off after a couple weeks. Hey, I appreciate you being here, man. Glad to see you. What are your thoughts on the bull market? Is it over? And I think Brent VR just said Bitcoin top is in, altcoin season about to start. Let's see what the dominance is on actual Bitcoin. 57.4% dominance, and they got the 12.4% Ethereum, right? So technically Bitcoin would have to cool off, which it has, and then the altcoins would need to start taking off next. That's the idea. I watched somebody, I talked with somebody recently. They're like, based off the amount of money that's out there that could be liquidated and clean up, it can go to like 87,000 and bounce up like nobody's business. I don't know. But the entire market is suffering. So let's go into Deck Screener, right? Let's go into Deck Screener and take a look at some of the assets here that we talk about on the channel. Both sets get hit hard, man. You just start to see all your gains just fly out the window, right? So it's especially if you're a holder, right? Like holders look at it like, all right, I'll buy some more. I'll hold and just gonna relax. And that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to do too much trading. Sometimes I'll sell and keep it in a stable token. And if a dip like this comes, I'll buy more. But I can't say that I saw this coming. Like there was just a lot of excitement for Bitcoin to start to take a few more legs up. Like I was looking at all these TA guys, and they're like, yeah. We're about to drop down. We won't see below 100,000. We're going to drop down for the 107, go below 105, 103, 104, and then we're going to bounce out of here, And TA is weird. I don't do it. I don't understand it. Like I see the overall sentiment and the big players in the space, if BlackRock starts selling, like, let me take a look if there's anything going on with BlackRock, because the last time we talked about BlackRock, they were moving like all their Bitcoin to like 600 addresses, right? So let me see if there's anything on there. BlackRock just finally confirmed a devastating Bitcoin price bombshell. Let's take a look what's going on here. We go back to the chat. In my opinion, bull market has kicked off and going to run all through 2025. I feel like the Russia-Ukraine war is a huge unknown. That's interesting. Any words on Ouroboros as well as Zen? Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself, as well as Zen. Uh, I don't know about Zen. You know, the market's got to be popping for Zen to do good, and there's got to be an X1 launch date. Then you're going to really see the euphoria of Zen. Ministry, you beat me about 1 second. I was going to ask about Ouroboros. I love Ouroboros, right? I'm an investor in Ouroboros big time, but you got to understand my position in Ouroboros comes from where I've always made the most money in crypto. That's delayed gratification. So every time I made a mint, I understood like you got a long period of time. I think it's like a year or something, just like, with all my hex stakes when I got on early. So I think that it's going to go through all these phases with mints and development. My vision is at the end of the road, where we'll be from now, where that price will be from now. It's the unknown. Things got to launch and they got to launch successfully. BlackRock has been buying the dip all week. Yeah, I heard that BlackRock was buying the dip. Also, Michael Saylor was buying the dip. But this article is from, 6 hours ago? Let's see what they're saying. BlackRock just quietly confirmed a devastating Bitcoin bombshell. All right, what are they talking about? Bitcoin has rocketed higher. The Bitcoin price has doubled since its August lows, riding a wave of interest that's been fueled by Donald Trump, U.S. election victory, and U.S. dollar collapse warnings from Tesla billionaire Elon Musk. Trump has big plans for Bitcoin. Let's see. BlackRock shocks some of the Bitcoin community with a Bitcoin explainer video that warns there's no guarantee Bitcoin's 20 million supply cap won't be changed in the future. Oh, hell no. That is some silly business there. They actually are trying to say that the supply cap there could be probably like an inflation bug, but people don't understand what an inflation bug would be. But they're saying like there's no guarantee to cap. So they either spent billions of dollars on Bitcoin and don't understand how the supply cap works and how it can't be minted beyond 21 million coins, or they're purposely putting out disinformation out there to shake out retail. That's weird. Institutions should be held accountable. I highly doubt that they have that much money in Bitcoin and would honestly think that. But to put that statement out there, if they actually did, it's scary weird if there's no repercussions for that, because that is very misleading. Very misleading. Missed the beginning. Are you thinking double top or one pop sometime before April and that's it? I stick to my I people in the chat are like, all of 2025. I think the cycles will continue to do what they do. I believe the end of the bull run will be March 2025. Bear market question mark. I think March 2025. Yeah, I think we will recover. I think positions are being liquidated right now. The exchanges are taking and stealing money from people that are gambling. No, the miners can vote to update the inflation. It's true. So the miners can vote to update the inflation. I did not know that. If that's true, that's not good. Doesn't RH claim that Bitcoin has an inflation bug, or am I mistaken? He said that they did, and they rolled back the chain and fixed it, right? But if there's a voting system where the miners can vote to update the inflation, I never heard of that. That's news to me. So maybe BlackRock knows that, and I don't know that. And I just gave misinformation. But from what I understand, it's a cap supply, and that'll never, ever, ever happen. That's what I thought. Did I think wrong? Somebody Google it, because I hope I'm right and that it can't happen. Let's see, in the BlackRock video given a boost when it was shared by MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, Bitcoin was described as having a fixed supply of 21 million. This hard-coded rule controls supply, purchasing power, and helps avoid the potential misuse of printing more and more. So I thought that as well, hard coded. However, a disclaimer appeared alongside the description, adding, "There's no guarantee that Bitcoin's 21 million supply cap will not be changed." This is all interesting news to me. My first time really hearing it, right? Bitcoin supply cap peaks at 21 million, though the last Bitcoin aren't expected to be created for a long time, 2140. There will be something better than Bitcoin by then. We ain't going to be worried about the last Bitcoin being mined in 2140. I tell you. Yes, it happened with SegWit. If it gets to a point where with the block reward, which continued to have, if fees alone are not enough to sustain the network safely, a fork can add more Bitcoin. Man, miners could vote to continue the miner subsidy via a hard fork, just like they did with SegWit. No guarantees in life, like they say then, right? I was just under the assumption it was a hard coded fact. You know, I don't know what that would do. I don't know what that would do. I don't know. Speaking of Richard Hart, hey man, Zach, I said this the other day. From a zero to a hero, real quick in crypto. This sacrifice war chest was just up $50 million almost. Now it's down almost $50 million. And you know, all you can't. That's why I always say don't listen to social media influencers. If you go on Twitter, everybody like, and I'll point out KDP. Like, these are the last time you're gonna get these prices. Next leg up for Bitcoin, the entire ecosystem. And people that watch them, they believe, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get my last 4,000 into this, right? I believe in I've narrowed it down to a 60-40, like 40% portfolio in a stable token, 60% out there in the wild. So I just don't feel like I've learned my lesson. I've been on Twitter getting information from people that are like influencers and being influenced. So old Thomas G would have been like, oh, shoot, KDP said, let me get that 40% and go all in. No. If I can't grow that 60% bigger for it being the lion's share of my portfolio, I got no business taking more out of the bag that's 40% safe in a stable token. We believe it's safe. To go buy more dips until I actually feel like, I'll add 10% of that and go to a 70-30, because anything can happen in crypto. Anything. Death and taxes and hex staking contract, laugh out loud, only guarantees. RX last Twitter saying, I'm buying up PulseX, and PDI. What? Let me take a look. Oh man. God, let me pull that up. He said RH's last tweet said that? Did I read that wrong? Richard Hart's last Twitter is saying, I'm buying up PulseX, and PDI. I don't see that. The market is bad when you're happy to see flat. Okay. I don't see anything about PDI. Not even on the previous one, I don't think. People thought this was a hint about PDI. Yeah, I don't know. Talking about price being flat. Yeah, prices aren't flat anymore, man. Let me go to GoPulse.com. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a hit, Like, Hex is still over 2 cents. Inc. 293. These prices are here. People are happy with them, I would imagine. I am. I'm up from buying all the bottoms. I'm up from buying all the bottoms on Pulse Chain at this point. So, you got to look at it that way. If you buy in the bottoms, then you're good. But I keep hearing a lot about this meme token, Milady. I don't know if it's another Maria token or what it is. I don't know what this is, but people have been excited about it. I think B Roots was talking about it. Some people can't stomach B Roots. When he calls something, I don't jump on it, but a lot of people do. So they do Pulse, and Dino. How long ago? This 5 hours ago. 26K in liquidity. Mm. I'm banking on Teddy Bear right now. I'm waiting for the Teddy Bear arrival. That's what I know. I think he's buying up the tokens and keeping prices flat. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to hear what he has to say about what's going on in the crypto space, because he called the 20K top Christmas, right? He brags about that. He brags about that. But we just see a nice bounce right now. I don't know. I'm buying the dips. I'm buying some of the dips. I am. So I'm cautious with things. I feel like I have bags everywhere that I want to be. I don't need to continue to risk it unless let's see. I'm getting a text from somebody from my son's wrestling class. Buy or wait? I'm just gonna say I buy the fear. I'm gonna tell them the truth. I buy the fear, but I'm a degen gambler. I met this guy at my son's wrestling camp, and I told him buy Solana like $140 or something. So he's all happy with me, and he was selling above 200. He would still be up here if he held. Last thing I told him, he asked me about SUI, and I was like, I don't know much about it. I'm like looking the Tron, simple things that he can go buy on like his Robinhood or Coinbase and all that. I forget what exchange he uses. But when he originally asked me, he's like, should I buy Doge? Should I buy Shiba? And good thing I told him Solana. But look at these prices today. It's interesting. It's interesting to see. He's like a stay-home dad too. So he lives. He's got a sugar mama. So he's just out there buying buying dips, right? They will come heavy 2025. Crazy enough prices are high enough. They will come with the basic coins they know about. Yeah, I talk with some people that are just like normal investors outside of the realm of DeFi, and the only tokens they know about are in the top 20. He's asked me about XRP in a text. He asked me about XLM, SUI, everything that I wouldn't want. It's hard for me, okay? Let me run down this list of why it's hard for me. Solana I bought at $2. Okay. It's $194. It was 140-ish when I told them. It just feels weird, like telling someone to buy a token when you bought in that early. I feel like I'm telling you to buy my bags at the top. It's forever gonna feel like the top for me for these tokens. Cardano. Cardano was like 3 cents when I loaded up and send it to that wallet they had. What was it? The Boros wallet? I forget what it was called. And I started staking. I don't ever remember the name of the wallet, but I remember when staking, when you can go and stake or delegate or whatever it was. I was buying it at 3 cents, waiting for that opportunity. That I staked. I was like, well, okay, I'm making pretty good gains. Um, Everything's weird. Stellar Lumens, yeah. I bought how much was Stellar? Okay, when I bought XRP, it was a half a penny, and then Stellar Lumens. I don't remember how long after I bought XRP, but it was really damn cheap. and I was like, Stellar Lumens, the people's XRP, which it is. Like XRP is basically designed for the banks to transact money. So instead of paying like these huge fees for an international transaction, right? Um, they would use the blockchain to move that money for pennies to the dollar, like super cheap. Stellar is like designed so me and you can do that between you and I. And I don't know how you would say that through Cash App. Maybe there's a fee for that. I don't know. So I had bought that at the time, and then H bar, all these things. I feel so uncomfortable when I talk to people when they come in, and I'm like, I honestly feel like everyone's late, late, late. How many of you guys were around when I was on YouTube in 2015, 2016? I build my gamer rig on camera, and I was mining Ethereum Classic from this gaming rig, and my room was so hot. Um, it was mining 1.5 Ethereum Classic per day, like clockwork, like clockwork, and it was roughly like 55 cents a token, maybe something like that. And I mined it. I had it set to a wallet and went to that wallet for all my mining payouts. And that was an interesting time because I was new to crypto, um, and trying to figure out how to mine. And then I couldn't afford to get the equipment to build an Ethereum miner. So the gamer rig was my friend helped me set it up to mine Ethereum Classic. And then Bitcoin miners was like really outside of the budget as well. So I don't know about how did we get here? How did I get here? It's like I went through a wormhole. And all of a sudden I'm looking at all these cryptos that I'm like, should have held every single one of them. Should have held every single one of them. And then there's all these other ones that where the hell they come from, you know? All these ones, like what in the world did they come from? And a lot of them I see now that I'm looking at had ICOs, uh, influencers got in trouble for, and they're still around. That's interesting to see all this stuff. Helium, oh my gosh. That's so weird. Helium originated from a token that I was in a long time ago. What the heck was the name of it? And it like there was like a transition from that token to this token. And my buddy's like, hold on to it. It's gonna be worth a lot. This would have been really big deal for me. I gave up on that vision. I don't remember the name of the token that helium stemmed from. I can't remember. Can't remember. Let me go find. Want me to find myself from some of my content from like super years ago, like a lot of years ago. Let me see, because I've been in crypto for a long time. I've had 2 YouTube channels prior to this one. The last one was 31,000 subscribers. The one before that was like 5 or 6,000. And let's see, Yellow Fever for you. What do I do here? Let me look this up really quick. Damn. I'm off the internet. Let's see. Yellow Fever for you, crypto talk. Ah, can't find it anymore. Try to search some of these old videos. Maybe the guy turned down his channel. He's alive. Yellow Fever for you is alive. I don't know if some of you guys remember Yellow Fever for you. He taught me everything I know in crypto. Everything I know about crypto, he taught me. He was like my sensei, 2015, 2016. He was like, you idiot. You're not using a ledger? Way back in those days. You're not using a ledger, Thomas? What in the world are you doing? Oh, man. Yeah, I can't find them. Yellow Fever for you. Crypto. Maybe I have to type Pivx. I know he did a lot of Pivx videos. Man. This dude. Got swiped from the internet. He must have took his stuff down. Oh, I should have saved all that stuff. I remember watching it recently too. I posted it on Twitter. Oh well. Oh well. I'll look one more place. Man, vintage footage gone forever. Oh well. Anyways, back to the topic. Where are we at now? Are we recovering a little bit? Nah, kind of. 98,000. Brutal. Brutal. You remember Yellow Fever? See, yeah, man. He taught me everything. Everything I know about crypto. How to be safe, how to store my assets, how to build miner rigs, how to use a centralized exchange, how not to get scammed, how not to get hacked, protect my computer, everything. And his channel has been on YouTube for a long time, and he must have taken. Oh no, I found him! I found him! Oh snaps! I found him. That is hilarious. That is so funny. What a guy. Oh, okay. You guys want to see something? All right, I'm gonna post this. True story. Like I said it before I made it in crypto. I lived in my mom's garage, guys. I lived in my mom's garage, and I worked for Waste Management, the trash company, too. Years prior to that, I think at the time I was doing something. Um, what year was this? What year was this? 7 years ago. 7 years ago, guys. 7 years ago. Before I ever, 2 years before I hit it big, right? I was buying Bitcoin prior to this, $250, $7 Ethereum. So I was stacking my paper. I was stacking it up. So,
all right, we are live. Somebody shows up.
I want to hear myself talk.
0.2 version of the wallet happening, and then 0 coin. They want this thing private. Like you can lock up your mother.
Standards, which right off the bat, people just have such high standards and they want it perfect right away, which is nothing's perfect in life. But at the end of the day, it takes time, and when you guys get it narrowed down, I'm sure it's going to be way beyond what it is at this point. But to the people that have their wallets working right now, first person to drop their Pivx wallet address in the chat, I'll do a little donation right off the bat. So let's see who can drop their Pivx address quickly here. I'll do a little donation.
I'm putting mine in.
Yeah,
someone getting delivered from the purple Bugatti. So
I used to give away so much crypto, like throughout all the years. It's not even funny.
Who's it gonna be? Somebody send me their Pivx address. First one posting it, and Anonymous Patriot. Here we go. I'm gonna send Anonymous Patriot.
Right. I've got an answer for you guys already, Lee.
Let's see. I just did a few right now. Looks like that.
God,
yeah, everyone's sharing them.
Faster, sending it before you push the send button. Yeah. I got a question by somebody. Question to Grant. I was watching a marketing.
20 or 15. We'll do.
I used to keep that door open in the back because the garage was so freaking hot. My mom was charging me $600 a month to sleep on the floor, and then she's like, "You want to pay $800? You can sleep in the garage where there's more space." Gosh, that's why we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. But man, I came a long ways. I lost everything in 2015, like the apartment, like everything that I had ended up back at mom's. And I was like, I'm buying this Bitcoin every paycheck. I started streaming, doing those lives on YouTube. Gosh, time flies. And then 2 years later, the rest is history. Christmas, December, right around this time, 2019, bought my Hex, started staking. Well, I went into the AA lobby. Good times roll. And now here we are. Looking down the barrel of another bear market. Come on, is this happening? Do something, devs. Do something. Let's go back and look at some price points. I still love teddy bear. I love my teddy bear. Love my teddy bear. Moonshare MSS. Let's see. USDT, the P copies. Oh man. I just love crypto. I look back, I'm like, why did I delete like one of my biggest channels? It took me 4 years to make a channel with 30,000 people. Because I wanted to walk away. I was having my 6th kid. And I was like, I'm done with this. But then you're just so empty inside. The world shuts off. Like, without this stream, without these people in the comments, without everybody on Twitter, I would have nobody to talk about crypto with. And I can't go back to that. I try to do it. I can't. So what are we sitting here with? Like 2,700 subscribers. I build channels like, some people are like, their whole goal is to have as many subscribers as they want, right? I didn't mean to have 30,000 subscribers, and I just wanted people to talk to about this stuff, and maybe it'll get there again. That's great, but I love this space. Pivx. Is Pivx even a thing anymore? Gosh, let's see. I know that guy on there is not on the chat anymore, or on the team. The developer Fuzzballs is a genius too. I wonder what happened to him. Pivx. Man, there ain't nothing going on. $4.8 million volume. What is going on? Yeah, they're still a thing. They are still a thing. That's interesting. It's gone a long ways, man. Pivx. I was like privacy. I thought it was going to be the next. What was the name of the token? Dash. It was supposed to be the next Dash. I want to start my channel back up, but too busy with small kids. You're telling me, bro, I got 6. I got 2 little ones in the house with my wife. I got 2 other ones at school, older one. Man. I had back then when I was making that video in the garage, I had 1 kid. And me and my wife were split up. We ended up getting back together and having 5x more. I love this space too, R2R. We appreciate you sharing your testimony. Yeah, it's just a testimony that you can make it. Oh, you know what? You guys want... Hey, there's nothing like free crypto, right? Free crypto. How could you get free crypto? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. Watch the ad. Look at Sonic Chain just went live. You can tap to earn for free. I'll play the little commercial ad skit I made so you guys know how to join, but don't miss out on free money. All you're going to do is tap your phone.
Yeah, dog. It's Thomas here from R2R. Welcome to the Bad Bunny Tap to Earn free game, where you can earn your free airdrop by simply tapping your screen. All you got to do is follow the instructions in the description of this video. Step number 1. No laptop computers, no desktops, anything like that. You're going to need a smartphone. Step number 2. If you don't have Telegram, download one and log into your Telegram account. Or simply log in if you have one already. Step 3. Click the link below in the description, and it's going to take you straight to Bad Bunny, where you can tap to earn your free Bad Bunny meme token airdrop. Let's go!
You saw it, man. Don't let the free money pass you up. I tap every day. It's a free app. Now that Sonic is live, Phantom Sonic Chain is live, they're affiliated with SwapX. So SwapX, I'll go to their website. SwapX goes live very soon, right? That's all I can say. Very soon. And the Bad Bunny airdrop tokens you earn from tapping on your phone is going to be an airdrop token for the meme token that represents SwapX. And they've gotten so many partnerships, guys, like so many partnerships. Let me go to SwapX. So the reason why I feel like this is all going to pay off, because it's not like it's easy to sit here and tap away. Like, you think it's the easiest thing in the world. You get burnt out. you get burned out, right? I've seen people stop mining their tokens, which is proof of thumb. Basically, you're tapping all day, right? And I'm looking at the leaderboard, like the top, some guys in my chat with like 1.1 billion. He's from R2R. The person above him has about 1.1 billion as well. But all the work you put into this, tapping away, it's going to represent a meme token. And if, you know, we continue this bull run, SwapX launches a brand new blockchain, Sonic Phantom, which is super fast. Like, holy cow. I don't know if I experienced a blockchain that fast before. I'm gonna be honest. I've been messing around on there, and I'm digging it. Let me show you one of the tokens I end up going into that I talked about yesterday. After we take a look here, I'll show you the meme token that I got into on Sonic, and I think it's like 2x I was at the last time I looked at something like that. We'll take a look in a second. Look at all the partnerships. Ring Protocol. Aave is coming to Sonic blockchain, guys. Aave. Avalon Labs, is that a partnership with them too? Let's see. A lot of partnerships, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on. SwapX is going to be a force to be reckoned with. So you want to have a meme token that you earn just by putting your energy and time into it on your smartphone for free? The potential on the payoff for that is got to be something where you got to think big, right? Some people are like, the free crypto, just tap your thumb. Like, yeah, but how many people are tapping and then they give up? And then I'm continuing to tap throughout the day, and I'm going further and further above you, more and more tokens. And then it hits the market, and then the market decides what that price is going to be. It could be worth a lot. It could be worth a little. It could be worth practically nothing. You don't know, right? Because it's your energy to mine tokens in crypto. When I talked about recently, like 10 minutes ago, when I was mining Ethereum Classic 1.5 tokens per day at 55 cents, that I realized that being in that hot room and how disgusting it was at the time, and the maintenance and all that, when it would crash and all this crap, didn't have enough the fan power, at certain points. I had to get like extra fans, all kinds of stuff. That the token would be $27. So I mined 1.5 tokens per day for like 2 months straight, and it started to go down. So I realized that work was going to pay off. $27 a token. I still have that Ethereum Classic that I mined. Let's see. Yeah, chain should bump. They're all Jeets, but before they Jeet, we're going to eat, hopefully, right? I'm tapping right now on my screen. So Bad Bunny, right? It's going to launch. And I think SwapX, it's going to be massive. Oh, here's the token on Sonic. You can go over there right now. There's no bridge open right now to bring over the the stable tokens, right? No liquidity, phantom liquidity. It's all S token over here that you upgrade your phantom to. But when this dropped below 1 million yesterday, like 750, 850K, I got into Sonic token yesterday. It's supposed to be like the mascot of the chain. So I was like, I'm going to gamble in on it, right? So yesterday it had the dip, and so that's 850K market cap I got into. I wrote it to here. It went up. Still in it. I mean, if I look back, I should have sold up here, huh? I should have. Would have, could have. Whatever. Well, long term, this is the new chain. And I got Bad Bunny tokens I'm earning. So I'm excited. I'm going to play my cards right. I'm going to tap to earn that free meme token with SwapX. Be excited about it. Learn about the chain. Go do your research. We're about the hour mark, guys. So before we end things, let's go take a look. Recap prices. Bitcoin, 98,752. In an instant, by the time tomorrow comes, we can be back to 101 and the sentiment changes. That's crypto. Once all the liquidations happen, the exchanges rob the traders, the gamblers, the degens, the people who just leverage. You're allowing them to take your money. Let me earn money on fees and let me earn money on your positions. Liquidations are real. Like, this is going up. If you do the 24-hour liquidation numbers, it's ridiculous, man. Liquidations on longs in the past 24 hours is $389 million. From people trading leverage. Can you imagine if $389 poured into DeFi and bought like your favorite token, like Hex, EHEX, a meme token you like? You know, people are just stupid. More DJ stuff. Kraken launched an L2 Inc. Not sure if it's anything worth looking at, but it's new. I will not support decentralized scammers. F them. F them. Looks like the skeleton pre-sale just went live for Sonic. Have you guys got your whitelist spots? We'll take a look at that, see if people are hopping in. I think, well, you have to have a whitelist spot. And I don't know. The timer's at 0, so I don't know if we can monitor that as the money comes in. We'll see. But do not forget to smash the like button. Drop a comment. Until next time, we shall do it again. Yeah, dog.
Lady LaFontaine, let's get it. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the chart. In the loot, buying all these plots. Thomas G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigs, farm me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. Now I'm up to the core. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, just back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, just back to riches.